Athletes. I just wrote some notes for you. I just wrote them down. So I'm going to actually just, instead of doing it as a note, I've been doing a lot of studying more and more for you to help you with insulin and help you with sugar. Since we're talking a lot about the hormones, the 5 hormones. So I want to break down a little bit more about sugar-free because I still get many of you asking me about sugar-free this and sugar-free, can I have that? Okay. So I want to break down and talk about I want you to visualize a cupcake. Okay, we're going to follow the path of a bite of a cupcake in order to understand the science of insulin and how it can get out of whack. Okay, normally you absorb the cupcake into your bloodstream as a sugar, such as glucose. An increase in your blood sugar levels triggers your pancreas to make more insulin, which attaches to your cells and removes sugar from your blood so it can be used as energy. Initially, your insulin targets mainly muscle and your liver cells. When you have insulin resistance, though, your cells have a decreased capacity to respond to insulin. To compensate for your decreased sensitivity to insulin, your pancreas secretes more insulin to try to grab the attention of the worn out cell receptors. If you need to go back and listen to that again, listen to that again. Higher levels of insulin then create the inflammation that's in your body. Okay, this is why it takes a long time after you actually get off of sugar. Okay, it makes your blood sugar swing from high to low, and cause you to feel hungry soon after eating. I know a lot of you right there are saying, I get it. When you go out to eat and all of a sudden you have a high, you're drinking a lot of, let's say tea, you drink lemonade, you drink tea, or you have a dessert, or you go to one of those all you can eat bars, and then you eat a lot of the sugar items, a lot of bread items, and then soon after that, you're high and you're low and you're soon hungry again. That's why. Okay. When insulin remains high, you are no longer a lean, mean, fat-burning machine because your cells cannot absorb the glucose normally. Normally, your liver converts the glucose into fat. Think about that one again also too. Fortunately, think about this. Insulin resistance, it is reversible. Even if you totally feel out of control with sugar cravings. Listen, this is the whole benefit also too of drinking Shakeology. It helps with the sugar cravings and have such nutrients. I can help you with this. That's because when you cut out sugar, your cravings will heal and your insulin will normalize. It's an important change, and you have to make an important change for yourself to do that. Keep in mind that sugar is powerfully addictive, though. I understand it; it's addictive. I think about sugar in the same category as drugs, like crack and cocaine. I want you to think about Oreos for a second. There was a study that was done from Connecticut that took rats and fed them Oreo cookies, iconic cookies and Oreo cookies, and it was much like for them cocaine and morphine. And I remember when the rats ate the Oreo cookies, the pleasure of it went to their brains and the nucleus of their bodies, and they lit up like Christmas trees. And the same thing happens to us with adults when they have cocaine. It's the same exact effect. Sugar and cocaine both stimulate the addictive part of the brain with a neurotransmitter, both stimulate called dopamine, known for its role in pleasure and satisfaction. Okay. Rats in the study even broke open. Listen to this. So many adults do this that they open up an Oreo cookie and they eat the inside. Rats did the same exact thing because they wanted that sugar burst right there. Okay? So when you're addicted, you're addicted. One study showed that nearly 34% of people seeking weight loss are food addicts. Sugar substitutes they're not no better at all. One study suggests that saccharin is 8 times more addictive than cocaine. So this is why I stress so much about, and this is just the beginning. I told you I was getting deeper more about reading those labels. And I started reading those labels about the sugar. Excuse me, about milk. The next thing I'm now talking about is going to be sugar. If sugar is the fourth, closest to the fourth, I don't like to have sugar in any of the products that I buy at all. But I want you to start going through your pantry. Things that you buy in packages, I don't have much of that. As a matter of fact, when I actually cleaned out my pantry and I was just straightening it out and putting things into my containers and everything, someone messaged me and say, "You have nothing left in your pantry. Where's your food?" My food's in my refrigerator. We eat raw. We eat Whole Foods. I tend to shop for about 3 days, and then I'll go for more because I use it, and then I go get more. I'm not perfect. Not in the least at all. Sometimes, and I'll show you if I'm going to have a snack, what the snack will be. I don't buy snacks. Like when I go grocery shopping, I do not buy snacks that will last a month, that will last for days, because they're addictive, and I'm just not going to bring it in my house. If you want some type of, craving, you want something, look for the better things, and also to go and buy one single serving of it, have it, and move on. Okay, so this is what I want to share with you about sugar, a little bit about sugar, about how it hurts the body, and that when people tell me, but sugar has no fat and you can be lean, it's a lie. It's a lie from the pits of hell. Stop believing it. Don't fall into it. And I want you to really strongly, strongly know this before you get into the holiday season and how to do better. Not perfect. Just plan it out and know what you're going to be able to do. And that I also too, this is why I've created recipes for myself that I know that are better. So start looking at those labels. Have you identified dairy? And now I want you to identify sugar. I will post on there when I post this video, what are some names from hidden ways for hidden sugar. But just out the back is sugar is one, natural flavorings, artificial flavorings, fructose, sucrose, sucralose, all the loses at the end, okay? The only thing that I actually do approve of is stevia in the purest form, and I will show you two. One of them is pyro, and one is because that's from the stevia plant itself. Other than that, no. And that is it. So enjoy this on sugar, and let's not make sugar an addictive part of our life. Let's have control over it. So I pray in Jesus' name that this touches your heart and it helps and it releases you of sugar cravings. Have a good night.